I had an epiphany. Hello there, miscellaneous viewers. Hello there, miscellaneous. There is a great. I can't point. Yes, there is a great big line there. I can't point, but there is a great big line on my screen. What does this have to do with my video? Absolutely nothing, but I can't get rid of it.
The envelope choice.
Anyways, I had an epiphany. To clean my room. I later decided I can't clean my room, but I did find my makeup kit. Okay, I'm gonna cut this. Basically, a couple of weeks ago, I had to do this thing for drama, right? And have you ever read the play A Streetcar Named Desire? Or watched the movie? If not, you should. And not the new crappy version, the old one with Marlon Brando, because he's amazing. Anyways, we had to write in a scene into the play based on the set. A Streetcar Named Desire. So yeah, basically, I was partnered with this dude, and we decided we were going to do a scene 2 years after the set text. So basically, like, is it called an epilogue? Is that before or after? I think it's the 2 years after the set text. Basically, if you haven't read the play, which you should, spoiler alert! Basically, at the end of it, Blanche Dubois basically completely loses her rocker, and the evil Stanley Kowalski, who's actually really, really hot. But yeah, evil Stanley Kowalski convinces his sister to... Not his sister. Convinces her sister to send Blanche to a mental asylum. This piece that we worked on was set in the mental asylum with Blanche Dubois as a complete nutcase. I can relate. Actually, yeah, that's why we picked it, because I'm a nut job. Anyway, so this is a basic tutorial on how to look like a freak. We are the spoons mentally mean. We scooped our way into your... Well, not so much a freak as a complete nut job and scare your friends. And I know it's scary because I was dressed like this, ready to go on stage and perform for my drama class. And I've gone into the bathroom to touch up my makeup quickly, and I started acting in character. It's really creepy. I went up to these two girls in the toilets. But I went up to one, and I've touched her face, right? And she's like on, and then the girl behind is like, starts giggling, so I've turned around and I've gone like, I didn't scream or yell or anything. I didn't even touch the second chick, but they both screamed, and then they've gone turned, run the other direction. It was so funny, except they're speaking to the school psychologist now, and I got in a little bit of trouble for that. Anyway, okay, this first step is optional, but basically I'm starting with a basic mineral foundation. It's a teensy bit paler than my actual skin tone, just trying to basically look a bit pale. You kind of want like the powdery sort of look. I got my handy dandy eyeshadow kit. I'm going to start with a little bit of a purple. Chuck a little bit under my eye. Just like that. Okay. A little bit on top as well, because we like symmetry. Ooh, creepy. A little bit just down here. Because what I really want is like, because this is based in 1940s, and I don't like 1940s asylums, they're boring. I'm basing this on 1920s asylums, which is when they used to use electroshock therapy, right? And this would make your eyes look really sunken. So I'm trying to create that sunken effect. So I'm using a fudge load of eyeshadow. I say fudge because if Mum knows I'm swearing on the internet, she will do not nice things. Okay, so gonna check some more on the other eye now, because symmetry is cool. Ooh, creepy. Now see, it kind of looks like I've been bashed. That's cool if you want to go for a bashed effect, but I just want to look sunken. So I'm gonna grab a lighter brown. I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on like the edges of where I've gone. I know, doesn't look realistic at all yet. So we're gonna chalk a little bit of foundation just over the top quickly. Basically, now I want to grab that same purple. I'm gonna chuck a little bit. Everybody's got like a little bit of shadow between your jawbone and cheekbone. I mean, some people it's less defined. I know, it depends on your facial shape. Okay, basically, I want to define that little bit of shadow I've got. Kind of really want to look like I haven't eaten much. Like, I want to look quite skeletal. Yeah, you gotta remember to smudge that in because having a big line there doesn't exactly look realistic. Because I really just want a shadow look, right? Just a bit of shadow. Now, I want to look dirty, right? You know, drooling, raving, psychopath. I've got a brown here, and it's like a reddish brown. I'm gonna chuck a little bit, like, on the side of my mouth. Yeah. No, I don't want to look like I'm sucking blood, but it kind of looks like I can't. No, it looks a bit like a bruise, or like maybe like, I don't know, let your victims use their imagination. Anyway, you can use this for a zombie too. I like to use this for a zombie because you can chuck heaps of the red blotchy bits all over. It kind of looks like you got like decomposing like skin, like, ooh, creepy. I'm gonna chuck a bit more like on my forehead. You want to make your eyes look really wide, so I'm gonna grab a black sort of eyeshadow. If I can find one. Yes, there's a black here. Ha! How skillful is that? And gonna check a little bit just under, because you know, no psychopath is complete without a psychopath the thingy stare. Okay, sort of looking a little bit more psychopathic. Psychopathic? That is not a word. Why do I keep saying that? I'm making up words. I'm going to chuck like a little bit of just eyeshadow on here. Alright. Oh, concealer. Concealer will work. CBF finding my concealer. I am using Australis Mousse type Shizen. Going to put this, if I can open it, just on my lips a little bit. You know, like the scene chicks that kind of make their lips like really. I don't know. I don't get why people do that because I like to have. Personally, I like to have red lips. I want to look a bit sick, and pale lips kind of make you look a bit sick. So, yeah, if you've got eyeliner, a lip liner, it's really good. You can just like use that, like here, kind of make it look like you got a gash in your lip. Basically, this is not a tutorial on how to pick up dudes. So yeah, see my hair? You may not be able. Yeah, you can see it kind of looks really greasy. That's because what I've done is when I've jumped in the shower, right, I've left the conditioner in there deliberately because this it makes it look really greasy and gross, and psychopaths are not known for their style. So I'm just gonna tease up my hair. Easy. See how easy that was? Yeah, this is my bathroom. But yeah, I'm in here because the lighting's a bit better. You can see I've got, kind of looks like my eyes are really sunken. I've got all this crap here. Lips kind of looking a bit sickly. But I'm not finished yet. Okay, I would show you my costume that I wore for the performance, but I don't know where I've put it. So, I'm going to move on to the next step, which is acting like a psychopath. Every stereotypical nut job you see in movies and whatever, they've got some sort of twitch. I mean, there's that dude off Charlie's Angels who's always sniffing hair, and like I don't know. So you got to think of some sort of twitch. Like, I find naturally when I'm a bit nervous, I'll just like run my fingers through my hair a little bit. So I'm going to do this, but I'm going to make it bigger, like. Now, of course, remember you got to make your eyes really wide, because that's creepy, right? Wide eyes are creepy. So if I did this without all this makeup, it wouldn't be as creepy because I've got like dark makeup on the outside, so it's creepy. Okay, develop a little bit of Parkinson's with your character, okay? Like, be a bit twitchy, like. I had like this whole Alzheimer's thing going on, and like Mitch is coming in and he's like saying like, "Oh, Blanche, are you okay?" And at first I think he's the doctor, and then he's like shaking me and stuff, and then I realize, oh, hey Mitch, what's up? And I'm just talking like normal conversation, like I haven't been rambling for the past 2 minutes about don't hurt me. Tell me if this freaks you out. Your next step is to go into a public bathroom. You just wait there in the corner.